The school mystery nobody solved. The shoe was still there. 23 years after Ada walked out of dormitory block C and was never seen again, her left shoe was still lying in the red earth of the school compound. The right shoe was never found. The teachers who were questioned gave 3 different accounts of what happened that night. The students who said they saw her leave described someone walking with her. Nobody agreed on who. The police file was closed in 1999, reopened in 2008, closed again. The school itself was shut down in 2003, officially for structural reasons. The locals have a different explanation. They say nobody who works there sleeps well, that certain parts of the building go cold at specific times of night, that a girl has been seen standing at the window of dormitory block C, looking out, since at least 2005. Ada would be 41 years old today. Nobody knows where she is. Government Secondary School Hilltop sits or sat on 40 acres of red earth in southeastern Nigeria. Established in 1974 as part of the federal government's post-war educational expansion program, it was designed to serve students from across the region, a boarding institution where children left their families on Sunday evenings and returned on Friday afternoons. By the mid-1990s, it had developed a specific reputation that certain Nigerian boarding schools acquire over time, a reputation built not on academic performance or sports results, but on something harder to quantify. Former students describe it consistently. Too quiet at certain hours. The staff quarters on the eastern end of the compound that nobody liked to walk past after dark. The way sound carried strangely in the dormitory blocks voices from 3 rooms, a way audible as whispers directly beside your ear. Former students use the same word unprompted to describe the school. They call it watchful, as if the buildings themselves were paying attention. In 1996, the school had an enrollment of approximately 800 students. Ada was one of them. She was 18 years old. She was in her final year, and on the night of March 7th, 6 weeks before her final exams, she walked out of dormitory block C and was never seen again. To understand what was lost, you have to understand who Ada was, not as a case file, as a person. The youngest of 4 children, born to a retired civil servant and a school teacher in a small town in southeastern Nigeria. A girl described by everyone who knew her with an almost frustrating consistency. Hardworking, quiet, not the kind of person who drew attention to herself or sought it. Her Form 5 teacher, in a statement given to police in 1996, said she was the student you could overlook in a classroom until you marked the examination papers, and then you could not understand how you had overlooked her. She had been accepted, pending her final results, to study law at university. Her father had driven down to tell her personally. He did not trust the message to a phone call. This was 2 weeks before she disappeared. She had written home the week after to say she was studying hard, that she was not going to let him down. The last confirmed sighting of Ada was at dinner on the evening of March 7th, 1996. 3 separate students confirmed she was at the dining hall. She ate. She returned her tray. She walked in the direction of dormitory block C. After that, nothing confirmed, nothing agreed upon, nothing that is held up across 23 years of being examined. Just the shoe and the silence. The school's official lights out was 10 p.m. By the accounts of the students in dormitory block C, Ada was in her bunk at lights out. At least 2 students are certain of this. 1. A girl named Rose who occupied the bunk directly below. Ada says she remembers the specific sound of Ada climbing up to her bunk that night. The specific creak of the metal frame she had memorized over 2 years of sharing that space. At some point after lights out, Ada left dormitory block C. The question that has never been answered with any certainty is what happened in the hours between 10 p.m. and the moment at 6:15 a.m. when the morning bell rang and her bunkmate realized the bunk above her was empty. The compound was walled. The main gate was locked at 9 p.m. every night by the security guard, a man who had worked at the school for 11 years and maintained this consistently in every statement he gave. He locked the gate at 9 p.m. He slept in the gatehouse. He did not hear anything unusual. There was a section of the eastern perimeter wall where the concrete had deteriorated. There was a section of the eastern perimeter wall where the concrete had deteriorated. Students who left the compound after hours used this section. It was known. The administration knew it was known. Nothing had been done about it. Ada had never in 2 years at the school been reported for leaving after hours. Her teacher said it was not her character. Her dormitory mates said the same. But the shoe was found on the outside of that wall. The left shoe, lying in the red earth, pointing back toward the school. The school reported Ada missing to the State Police Command. On the morning of March 8th, her parents were contacted that afternoon. Her father drove through the night. The initial search lasted 4 days. Police, school staff, community members, and eventually her family covered the bush surrounding the school. They found nothing, no clothing, no second shoe, no evidence of struggle, no body. Her father, in a statement given to a journalist in 2001, described the search in terms that have stayed in the public record. He said, "We searched everywhere a person could be if they wanted to be found. We did not search everywhere a person could be if someone did not want them to be found. There's a difference." Nobody wanted to talk about the difference. 3 students came forward in the week following the disappearance with accounts of seeing Ada after lights out on the night of March 7th. This is where the case, already without answers, becomes actively contradictory. Student 1 said she saw Ada walking alone toward the eastern perimeter at approximately 11 p.m., walking quickly, looking behind her. Student 2 said she saw Ada at approximately the same time, but walking with someone, a male figure she could not identify clearly in the darkness. They appeared to be walking together willingly. Student 3 said she heard Ada's voice outside the dormitory window at approximately midnight. She did not look out. She said something about the voice made her not want to look out. She has never, in any subsequent interview, fully explained what she meant by that. The 3 witness accounts cannot all be true. Someone walking alone cannot simultaneously be walking with an unidentified male figure. A voice heard at midnight is inconsistent with a departure at 11 p.m. unless there was a return, unless the sequence of events is not what anyone assumed. The police investigation in 1996 was, by the standards documented in the official file, inadequate in specific ways. 3 teachers were questioned once each and not followed up with. The school's internal disciplinary records for the preceding term were described as unavailable. Two students identified by classmates as having information were questioned briefly and cleared without follow-up. In 1999, the case was officially closed. Insufficient evidence to proceed. In the file closure document, the senior investigating officer noted, and this is a direct quotation, "Subject may have left voluntarily for personal reasons. No evidence was cited for this conclusion. No evidence existed for it. Ada had a university acceptance waiting for her. She had written home 11 days before she disappeared to tell her father she was not going to let him down. Her father, when shown this document in 2011, said only they closed it because they were tired, not because they knew anything. He died in 2018 without an answer. The case was reopened briefly in 2008 after a former student came forward with new information. It was closed again within 6 months. The new information was never made public. In 2019, a team of journalists and independent researchers visited the abandoned school compound as part of a long-form investigation into unsolved cases from Nigerian secondary schools in the 1990s. The school had been officially closed since 2003. They found the building largely as it had been left. School furniture still in classrooms. A blackboard in the senior form class with half-erased chalk writing. The dormitory blocks, iron beds still in rows, some mattresses still in place, untouched for 16 years. In dormitory block C, in the corner of the room that had served as a storage space, they found something that had not been in any police record. A wooden school trunk, locked, with the name Ada, and painted on the lid in the white paint that students used to mark their belongings. The trunk should not have been there. Standard school procedure in 1996 would have had Ada's belongings collected by her family in the weeks following her disappearance. Her father confirmed that the school had returned her belongings, her Bible, her textbooks, her clothing, but not this trunk. This trunk, with her name on it, had been in dormitory block C for 23 years, uncollected, unreturned, unrecorded in any inventory. Inside, the researchers found only one thing: a school exercise book, pages filled with Ada's handwriting, recognizable from comparison with her letters home. The entry stopped abruptly. The last entry was dated March 5, 1996, 2 days before she disappeared. The final line of the final entry read, "I don't think I should write any more in here. No explanation, no context, no name, just that line, and then blank pages for the rest of the book." 28 years after Ada disappeared, the case remains unsolved for reasons that are both specific and systemic. Specifically, 3 witnesses gave accounts that cannot all be true. At least one person lied. Nobody was ever pressed on which account was false and why. The school's records from that period are incomplete in ways that are convenient for certain parties. The 2008 reopening produced significant new information, according to a source familiar with the investigation, but was closed before that information was tested in any formal process.